Welcome to the first episode of Where It Began. We have some beautiful girls talking about their journey, talking about their work, coming from different fields.
Welcome and thank you for doing this. Thank you for coming under one roof from different fields, of course. and so we are doing this for someone coming young, say 21, 22, wants to start their career, pursue their career in the fields such as we have with us the face behind Advitya, a brand, beautiful brand, doing some really good work with with handcrafted outfits. I've seen your work. Your work feels personal. Your work is artistic.
Thank you.
And rooted in Indian culture.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. We have Sejal with us. Sejal comes from a very passionate background of cooking, which she turned cooking into a catering, and then now dealing and doing so good with her cafe
Thanks.
in the heart of Jodhpur, cafe, Ghar Cafe 2025. Our final guest, Shanu. Shanu comes with a rooted business of handicraft. Yes. She wants to pursue her future in content creation and fashion. She wants to put up her layers of innovation in fields of fashion and content creation.
Yeah.
Welcome, all of you guys.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. The motive is clear that we want to look for some ideas and what are the challenges and the learnings that we have had in our journey of our fields that a young 21, 22-year-old will be taking by the end of this episode.
Oh, great.
Let's start with you, Sejal. Tell us about your journey from the start.
To be very honest, I was never in the industry, but yeah, I was doing my bachelor's in Ahmedabad.
No, you want young age.
Acha, more younger.
Schooling.
Wow. Schooling, though, I think we all were in so much of that phase of masti. I don't know, I ever thought
Yeah.
that what I want to be
Yeah.
very passionately. But my graduation made me think ki this is something which I quite like to do. I like to host people. I like to make things for people. I like to like spread the joy of the taste of the food. So that was quite. So we used to live in PG. I used to cook different things,
Great.
and at that time, so we were not equipped also.
Yeah.
So doing all the jugards and making good things. From that, I started working with ITC, just passionately doing the internship sort of thing. Then I went to Hyderabad, did my course. Then I was working with Taj. COVID got hit. I came back to Jodhpur, which was never the plan. But then Jodhpur welcomed with a warm hug for sure. COVID hit, everybody was craving good food, but everybody was scaring because of the situations outside. Everybody wanted something which is homely made. So I started making breads because at that time I think a non-chef was also a chef at that moment. So everybody wanted to make things, but सबसे problem ही वो आ रही थी कि people were not getting the breads basically.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, so to make the vada pav, pav bhaji, whatsoever. So we started doing breads, and gradually we started doing hampers. Then we started doing experiences. I was working with Maharukhet also. I was their chef partner. Then we started our own event company where we did like table experiences, creating something which is like heart to heart, understanding what people want and catering to them.
When was this event system started?
So basically, there's one of our clients. She gets the food catering done always from us, but she was very particular that I want a one-stop solution. But my sister is also very fond of doing the designing part. So I asked her, "Ki, are you open to do this?" Then we started doing that, and it was a small birthday party. We started doing that, and till date, I think it's 4 to 5 years. she has 3 to 4 kids. The client, all the birthdays are done by us only.
Wow, that's so good, yeah.
That's what
We have done like Met Gala theme. We have done like around the world theme. Everything which is so out of the world, they
box,
keep
yeah.
on challenging us, and we try to cater them as much as possible. Then I created a place which is called Ghar. How I told you, I love to cater people in a homely manner. So that's why we named it Ghar, because I wanted it to be a place where everybody feel like home. So we did the whole thing,
Thanks.
brainstormed each and everything, did each and everything personalized, from the crockery to the railings to the gate from which it opens. Everything I tried keep both personalized elements of.
Of course.
And then that's how we keep on doing the tables, do the experiences every month, keep on coming up with something which is good and unique for the city. So, yeah.
That's nice. When was the plan for Ghar that you thought of doing?
It was always in back of my mind, but I always wanted the moment to do that. So I was working with Marokhet, and things were ups and downs because they wanted something who can work for full time, but I don't wanted to restrict myself to that. Then I started working with Bungalow 12 people, and they saw the passion basically, and they were like, "Ki this is the person who can do things if given in a rightful manner." So they, one random day, they saw this girl, and then they came up ki
The idea.
there is a place which resonates so well with what you want to do. So I was like, great, let's go and have a look. And that day, I think we took a decision, and now we are here.
That's so nice. That's such a
Celebrating
big
our first
accomplishment.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think you've done justice also with that name, Ghar, because it's such a homely feeling
Yeah.
whenever we step in there.
So that's what I wanted to do
Yes.
from my initial days till now. Like cater something which is more for people and less for the other things.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's like all the way taking us to nostalgia.
Yes.
And even all the culinary experience that you provide now,
Yeah.
I think there are so many things that we have tried for the first time in Jodhpur at least.
Yeah,
At your cafe.
I think that is a
Yeah.
task, as well as, like, I will say it's a pro as well as a con, because
of
people
course.
here are not they don't have an acceptance to all such things, but they still, there is this very small group of people,
niche, veg,
like a very niche market. So, but yeah, I'm trying my best to cater it.
What are the challenges behind when you started this Ghar Cafe? What were the points?
Challenges there were challenges as a woman, that people who work under me are quite double the age probably,
Okay.
so listening for them is not very normal. People are not accepting, so that is the problem. Second problem, the kind of services we try to put in, this kind of efforts we try to put in, we probably are on the higher side on the pricing, but they don't know the actual things which go behind it. So that was again one of the challenges which we faced. Rest everything is going good and
Rest,
fine.
everything is okay. Great. So, okay, now just think that a 21-year-old, say a girl only, coming from again a small town, very small town, Jodhpur is very small, wants to do something that you are doing. What do you think you're gonna say or show that these are the things I would have not done to reach here, or these are the mandatory learnings that I should have, like, been there?
Okay, mandatory. I would like to say that if you're passionate enough,
Yeah.
there would be lot many things coming your way where you would like to step down. Please don't. Please don't. Probably I've cried for 2 days straight for just a random person saying a thing to me.
Yeah.
But I was, on the third day, I was there ki, chuck it, I still want to do it.
Okay.
So there would be thousand such things where people will try to step you down, people will try to say that why you are doing this,
Why?
that. But if you are confident on what you are doing, do it.
Passion is the thing that you
Yeah,
would
do
vouch
it.
for. Great, great, great.
because I think because it's a small town, people don't have a huge acceptance on, not on females working, but on females running something which is related to probably a hospitality industry, where there are a lot many things, like you need to interact with people who are of different sectors, and majority it's the male segment where you interact with.
Correct.
So even my family would be conscious ki still
It matters.
it matters. So still be on it and do it.
Yeah. Small city has a thing for male and female. Still is there.
It has improved a lot.
It has,
a
of
lot,
course, over
but
the years.
yeah, it is still there.
It's there. Yeah. Let's come to you.
Okay.
Poonam. Let's start with your journey from the start.
From the start. So, okay, let's say as a kid, thankfully I was in a setup where my family was already into a trading and fashion business. So I've seen my grandfather and my dad run a store in a very small town called Ballari in Karnataka.
Okay.
Fortunately, I happened to live in the first floor and we had a shop on the ground floor.
Okay.
So I was in that kid who was put in basketball or something. I was that kid who was made to sit on the galla and, calculate money and, learn it practically. So yeah, I think one of the biggest, I would say, inspiration for me was my grandfather, because he was this one person who knew how to sell and in the most righteous manner. So yeah, I think that's where I already saw this coming. And but what my family was doing as a business was just trading saris. So they used, it was like a very B2C. So I liked the money rolling in that they were making, but I knew this was very boring for me to just get something and sell.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take a different path, and I started trying everything. I think I was more of an extrovert when I was in school. So I tried putting myself in different spaces to see what works and what doesn't work for me.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it did good. I thought of at some point being an engineer in my life.
Really?
So
Even I did a lawyer course.
So I thought okay, let me just do science, maths, bio and see if I can just be a doctor or an engineer.
You wanted to pursue
And my siblings, my parents were like, you can't do it. Just, it's like a Joto's income. No, you won't be able to do 100 things you just feel like doing. So I think I was, and I'm still a curious child.
Yeah.
So ultimately I ended up taking science, maths.
Okay.
And,
That's nice.
yeah, and I did well.
Wow.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
Yes. Back then, and then I thought, okay, now I don't want to be an engineer. I don't want to be a doctor, and I don't want to live in Ballari anymore. So, what is the best way to get out is pursue something which is not available in your town. So, I just wanted to do fashion, and I started enrolling myself into entrances so that I can get into a college. And I took a lot of advice, and thankfully I had family in Bangalore where I could talk to a lot of cousins about going to college.
Yeah.
And I ended up going to an all women's college.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I think I've always been an all girls, all women
Setup.
setup.
Education.
Yeah.
You like the womanhood.
I think that's
That's the energy right now.
That's the energy that's keeping you out.
to me,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and then fashion took shape. I loved what I did. And then Jodhpur happened.
And then, when was Jodhpur? What year was Jodhpur?
Jodhpur was 2015.
Okay.
Nice.
I had a choice between doing a job in Bangalore and moving back to Jodhpur. I don't know why, but I chose Jodhpur. And
Jodhpur got lucky.
Yeah.
With Advitya serving us so well.
Definitely. Yes.
yeah. So when I moved to Jodhpur, I worked for 6 months as a sample designer in a factory setup. So, and I think the environment there was not
Okay.
great at all because I was working with karigars, and yeah, I think like I just knew that this is not what I
You don't
can
want
do
this.
for myself, and I could not see this happening every day. And yeah, I mean, like, nothing wrong, but it's just the kind of conditions the karigars had to live in and go through for like something that was very little offered to them. So I went into teaching.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That's something we didn't.
We had no idea.
So I taught for 3 years
Okay.
in a fashion institute. It's called GD School of GD
that's
Institute
a
yeah,
good
of Fashion
institute. Yes, very
Technology.
nice.
Yeah, and the two subjects that I was offered was fashion theory and history of costumes. So I think I learned more about history as a teacher than as a student in college.
Okay.
Yeah, so history of costumes was something that I absolutely fell in love because every day I now had to prepare before going and teaching it in the class. So yeah, that was a takeaway.
That was a big thing.
And then, like I said, 3 years I taught, and then I was like, oh my god, now I have to like repeat teaching the same thing because I'm not offered new subject. So I took an exit, and I thought I want to do Advitya. So the research for Advitya started from there.
During you were teaching
Yeah,
in GD.
yeah.
Great.
And end of 2018, I did like some freelance courses, like not courses but freelance gigs to see what I really wanted to do. I think Advitya was the stop point for me, where I began, and I just wanted to do something different. So I just started visiting like places in Jodhpur where I could, see what is that one thing that is so prominent and good about Jodhpur, and yet people don't know. So I came across a lot of miniature artists who had like 15 plus years of experience, did impeccable work, and I was like, what if I could just transform this on fabrics? Yeah, on fabrics. That's why Advitya took shape. We started with just hand painting, and I think the rest just happened to me. Yeah.
We have seen your hand painted collection. We have seen you grow.
yeah.
From exhibitions to what you have right now with a store and a unit and people working under you. That's a growth. That's a big growth.
Yeah. Thank you.
What were the biggest challenges you would want to share with a young 21, 22-year-old girl or a boy maybe, coming from a very small town who wants to pursue something that you're doing?
Wow, that's a tough question.
Or wants to achieve something that you have achieved in many years?
Many years.
Yeah.
I would like to contradict a little bit because in my case, thankfully, I have never faced that I'm a younger female entrepreneur, and I have seen like karigars who are like much more experienced, much more elder to me, and I have a team which is mostly like male dominated. Thankfully, I have not like in person experienced that. I have to like part my way through this. So that has worked well for me. The biggest, I don't like, I cannot say that like, I have faced so many challenges and this and that. I think it's a simple story
You are a good
with
path.
everyday
Yeah.
challenges. One takeaway is that in college, I had a mentor and we had a graduation project. So there was this one very little topic that he was supposed to teach us, and it took 1 month.
Oh God.
Yeah, and he said, not 1 month is going to be enough
for this.
because it takes a lifetime to understand. And trust me, it is true. So the chapter was called Empathy in Design. So it is about design and emotions. And I think most people in design fail to understand that design is nothing but providing solutions to a problem.
Of course.
With good aesthetics, of course. So, yeah, I mean, like, for me as a designer, my give away would be that please solve good problems. If someone comes to you, like it's
With
a
a
problem
problem.
that you are supposed to solve, so make it convenient, comfortable, and provide a solution that the person has no choice but keeps coming back to you for it.
Ah,
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a customer
That's a good
relationship.
With zero marketing. Yeah. Yeah.
What is creativity to you? That's a question for all of you guys.
I think that is one thing that has kept changing for me.
Yeah.
For me right now, it's slowing down. I enjoy, like, I am also like that person who don't do things for Instagram anymore. I was someone who did a lot, but not
Ah.
anymore. And yeah, I mean, for me that keeps changing. But for right now, it's just like slow travels, maybe long walks, just sitting and having a good cup of coffee and conversations. Somehow I got very big on food, so that yeah.
Food and Jodhpur people are somewhere
They're
connected.
inseparable.
Yeah, that's what Jodhpur has done to me. Yeah.
Yeah, Jodhpur got you a food lover.
Yeah.
Made you a food lover.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is something I
nice.
enjoy. Yeah.
So you got an easy path throughout. Not an easy, but like a smooth path.
I don't want to make challenge a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
There must have been, but
I mean, I
everybody
think-
have roadblocks.
Yeah, because
Everybody goes through something, but
some
these were like very
things,
generic
yeah,
kind of
thing. So I think it's like for everyone, you know, every day we don't know where the person is coming from. So everybody has a story.
has her own.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. That's so nice. Welcome to Shanu. Shanu comes from a firm, handicraft firm.
Yes.
Biggest name of Jodhpur.
One of the, I
One
would
of,
say.
one of the biggest names in Jodhpur. Let's know about your story, about your journey. You're young relatively. So
Yes.
what do you look up to and what do you think you're gonna pass on in your to the next generation coming?
So, starting from the start,
Yeah, starting from the start.
I grew up, I was born and brought up in Jodhpur, grew up here, done my major studies from here only, like schooling from Rajmata, college from here only. And I am the youngest person, like youngest from my generation in my family. So I had like 3 girl cousins, then 2 boy cousins, then my brother and me, myself. And I think I always had my brothers more to look up to because sisters were very elder. They were more like 10 years older than me. So I used to play cricket with them. Whatever my brother used to do, I used to replicate. Or I also want to do that thing, and it should not come to me as if I am a girl and I can't do all those things. So I used to replicate him a lot and play cricket like on a very daily basis. And I knew he learned driving when he was in 10th. So I knew I also wanted to do that. I learned when I was in 10th, but my parents did not allow me until I got my license. And he went for his MBA. I, in between, appeared for CA, but then I dropped in because I was losing my interest. And I knew I also have to do my MBA now because that is not the path for me now. And he joined the business. And after my MBA, I came back. I wanted to pursue business just like he did. But then I thought somebody would not take me seriously at this point. I would not take myself seriously at this point. My family wanted me to stay here for as much as I could after at least my MBA. So this was the only option to start somewhere in Jodhpur. So I did a corporate stint. I started with Sigma Minerals.
Okay.
It was supposed to be a 6 months internship.
Okay.
But then COVID happened. So I stayed longer than I was supposed to. And then one of my seniors left. So the condition at work was such that it took me longer to step out of it. So after 2 years, I moved out of that job and I moved into my family business.
Okay.
So for good, I think 4-5 years, I was into it.
Oh, great.
Initially,
when
it was
this that did you started your family thing?
It was, I think, August 21.
Okay.
Yes. So I got into the business. It was, I think initially it was more about learning part of how the business is run, from manufacturing to customers visiting to selection of articles, how you deal with each customers, because we are more into, like, we are only into wholesaling. So we are not into retail as yet. And with wholesale, you have a customization with every customer. Like, every person is dealt with differently. So you have to see what we have to offer to each one of them to satisfy and to meet their requirements. So you have to learn, you have to be at the floor all the time to see what are they liking, what interests them, and how you have to deal with them in particularly each one of them. I think one challenge was, since all of the people existing in the business, they had come back when they were in school. So that was the time when they started. And now they have a very good depth at it. They have a very good command, they have very good hold. And now who has just stepped in, and the business is very structured already. It is running on its own. There are no new problems that you have to solve at the moment, and you have to make space. You have to carve out a way for yourself and figure out what is that you can contribute, and you can, make anything useful.
Changes for your generation, maybe.
Yeah, so you have to figure out where you can fit in. So I did a lot of market research, new clients, new markets where we can cater, and exploring new designs, what trends are going on. So, and correspondence continuously with the customers, so that we used to do back and forth. And somehow there were a lot of things in between also that used to keep coming up to us.
Okay.
Because I think business, it is not one path that you take up. There are different roles that you have to, in between cater to. So all of those things came in between. But somehow I think along the way, COVID was a hit period for us.
Okay.
But post-COVID, the drift was such that I think more than 2 years, the customers, I think orders fell down drastically. And we thought of pivoting into another area, but somehow that was not happening. We were not able to move forward, and there was less of work. And a person who came with a fire, that fire was slowly fizzling down. So I thought, now I need to do something which is my own, like have a ownership into something.
Okay.
Because I started to feel a little like an outsider. So last year I took a little step back,
Okay.
more into like self-discovery. Where do I fit in? And
Everybody needs that idea. Everybody needs. Everybody should have at least a year or two with themselves, for themselves. And
so
you did?
so I think because of coming from such family, I had the privilege also to step down and to explore what works for me. And there were a lot of personal commitments also that came along the way. And I think one problem with me was also, when I was traveling, whenever I used to come back, I used to take a few days off. So that regularity I was missing. That was on my part only. So I think I realized that I need to push myself into grow into something more out of this. And then I wanted to explore some creative side of mine. And I grew up from self-loathing to self-love. And self-love
That's
came
nice.
very lately for me.
Okay.
I was very, a big critique of myself.
Okay.
Judging myself way too much. So, and lately when that self-love grew, I realized I don't have to take time so long to do something which I enjoy doing, or which might interest me. So, and there were times when I thought, who would want to see me on screen? I'm very conscious, I'm not confident, I'm underconfident. And there were so many things that I had built it in my head only. Challenges which were not in really there.
What was in your interest?
So content creation is something that interests me a lot, something into fashion. And even if at home I am like a homeless person, when I step out, I'm all dressed up and I enjoy that. And
That's a girl part, actually.
And I love the confidence. Amazing.
Yeah.
So I thought, and there were times, even since childhood, me and my mom, we used to go to different tailors, let's get this made, because I have a very huge ass family.
Yeah.
And we had weddings coming up every now and then.
Yeah.
So every time we used to be designing, Acha, for this wedding we need this, all of that. And people a lot used to ask me also, okay, where did you get this outfit? Or my sisters used to come up to me. They were a little older, so they were so occupied with their work, and I was on the younger side. So they'll be like, oh, you know all the everything about fashion, and so about just guide us. Where should we buy? Where should we shop for our next trip or holiday? And we used to sit together and shop together and all of those things. So I thought my structured knowledge will come very handy in the creative part also. That will help me. And I think this year I made myself clear about one thing, that I'm not going to take longer into doing anything, because I would I would only judge myself so much ki no, this is not going to happen, or you will not be able to do it, or this will not look as good as you want. But I thought, let's just do it. Let's just play the game, and you will learn everything along the way.
Let's be spontaneous about
it. Yes. So I just did it, and now I want to. So this is not the only hat that I want to wear, but this is something I've began at the moment, and I want to see where it goes.
Great.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Everybody needs a younger sister who is into fashion and who is into, let us know what to wear, do the research for us. That's a good concept for Jodhpur. Everybody will look up to you and your page.
And let's see how it goes.
She's wearing this for the wedding. She's wearing this for the haldi. You're going to get a lot of business.
Sure.
Yeah. But do you think a young you should have done something in content creation or in this field younger, or you think this is the right time that you came into it?
If I would talk to my younger self, I would tell her, you should have started way earlier than, and you should not have waited, because I always felt like people would judge me, or this might not take everybody's interest, but I think you just have to do it, and you can improvise on the way, and there are so many things you learn and you can implement it later. You don't have to know it all at the beginning. Yeah, it's a process. Yes. So just go along the way and see how things are turning out, and then you can, there are so many improvisations you can do later on. So just start off.
Just start.
Just start off, yes. And have confidence in yourself. You can pull off anything that you want. Yeah. You just have to aim at it.
What do you think? Parents are more supportive, or the elder siblings who would understand you more in this, whatever you want to pursue?
For me,
everybody has elder sisters, no?
Yeah.
Sisters for you. Okay. And for you?
Yeah, I think siblings in my case.
Siblings.
Yeah.
They are the easier target.
Yeah. I also think this question is like a very generational question, because I think us millennials, we had different kind of challenges as well, right? To kind of have that relationship with our folks also. But I think parents' support is important.
Parents' support is important, of course.
Yeah.
I think with me, my family have been very, they have evolved. They have become very progressive now. And I am in the first, like a girl child, first in my bloodline to do something of my own. I'm not undermining the other females, because they are, I think, excelling at their roles. But to take a corporate stand, I was the first one. And for them also to see a girl doing this was the first time. But they have been very supportive. They have been very progressive now. But even if you don't get that support from your family or your parents, I think you need to make them learn about what you want. Because even this can't be a reason for you to not pursue what you want to. You have to bring a change. Your family or your elders need to see how important it is for you, and eventually they will come around. But you can't stop at that reasoning. So just do it, and eventually break the pattern. Yes, very important.
I totally agree. It took an army for me to convince my parents to enter in this industry. From doing the college of this entire thing.
Yeah, I think first, when you are the first one to pursue something.
Same thing. I was
yes,
the first one in the
it is.
whole bloodline to do something of my own.
You would call yourself rebel child, maybe?
We didn't have to be rebel in,
Not
like out
rebel,
there, but yeah, you have to. you
rebel
have
for our own passion.
For your
yes.
own passion. of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
What I want, I would do it.
Yeah.
You would do.
I have to do it.
I too have done that a lot
Yes.
of times. Okay, I want to do it.
And even for the small things also, you have to somehow just be there. I'm going to do it no matter what. And then eventually they realize that we're not wrong. Yeah, when you know you're not wrong, you
Make them understand.
Yes,
Yeah.
you make them understand.
You were not the rebel child, maybe?
I think I'm the youngest child, so my
Yeah.
siblings had to do the war.
Yeah. They made the pathway for you.
Yeah. So I think things when they came to me.
Yeah.
So
It
and I
becomes
think
easier when the things come to you.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's easy when you were the younger child.
What does Advitya mean? Your brand name means. I'll come to you also.
Like I said, I have always been curious in life. So I did a lot of pop-ups when I was a college student. We had
Okay.
like a Sunday, Saturday flea markets.
Okay.
So somehow under like a lot of designer classmate influence, I thought, oh, maybe I should start making jewelry, which was like a 6 months project.
But you had your hands on to it.
Yeah. So I started
Yeah.
looking up on YouTube videos, source material, start making them, put it on the flea market, sell, so I'll like make some pocket money,
Yeah.
kind of a situation. So I did that and I was like, okay, I have to like now have a name, and that time like Facebook was the
Yeah, back then.
back
Oh,
then.
wow.
So I was like, oh my god, I should have like a page and do this and that.
Yeah.
It was very enthusiastic in life. And I came across a name on some billboard which said Advaita Honda Motors or something. And I was like, okay, but this name like sounds interesting. I should, figure out what this means. Then I went Googled, and so this is much before Advitya started. I had
Another business.
another business
under this
with
name.
the same similar name.
Name.
And then I said, okay, maybe I should take this forward, because something that we provide, which means like there is no second of its kind. The meaning of Advitya is it's not unique.
One of a
There's
kind.
no second. Yeah, so there's of its kind.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is something which feels,
Resonate
resonating.
with,
Yeah. So I thought, okay, let's do this.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's so nice. So Aditya came into the scene.
Scene, yes.
Yeah. What does Vintage Rasa mean to you? And how do you come up with that name?
We were staying in PG in Ahmedabad. We all were just all girls sitting together, dreaming of our own world, thinking that we would have something. So just brainstorming different things.
Yeah.
Then we got to know about like the rasa is basically the English name for ras, which is the flavors
Okay.
of food: sweet, sour, salty, umami, like the 5 major flavors.
Okay.
And vintage is like the heritage, the roots of the flavors. So basically that's how Vintage Rasa came.
It was all you behind Vintage Rasa's name coming?
No, they were all my friends, girlfriends.
Acha, all of them. Okay.
See how important they are.
How important girlfriends are, right?
Very.
Oh, that's nice. What is your name coming up to be?
So I've started a page, just like a very random name, Okay Shanu.
Okay, Shanu.
Resembles to Okay Janu.
Okay, Shanu.
I wanted something very quirky and not like style with this or that. So
Yeah.
it's just something quirky at that moment which came up to my mind, and I
Yeah.
thought, let's just go with this.
Let's do Okay, Shanu.
It has a ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like straightforward
I know.
names
Yes, I
and
know.
brands. Just one word, just go for it, and yeah. So where do you guys think was the moment where you thought, this is it? This is where something that I was looking up. We have reached to a point that this is it.
I think for me it was a process when I felt
Yeah.
it, but then there was more things coming up.
Yes.
So it was a gradual process, slow and
Okay.
steady, but a beautiful journey.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's still not.
I
it.
will not tell one moment when I felt. It is saying yes to whatever came in front of me because I have diversified also a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, it was always a process.
What is the hustle behind the scene?
Hustle, I think it's a good hustle.
It's a happy hustle.
It's a happy hustle.
It's a happy hustle.
I will not call it a hustle also because it's a
Yeah.
good day. Like every day, wake up, go to work,
Yeah.
enjoy what you are
Forward.
doing. You have a space where you can experiment whatever you want to, however you want to. So yeah, it's a good hustle.
Everybody wants that. I think that is your this is it moment. That you're having an everyday normal routine.
Yeah.
That good
I've
partners
always
are
wanted people who let me do what I always want to do and support me in all the
in
other
your
aspects.
field of work.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
very
That's
nice.
Basically arrange all the things I need.
But it's difficult to find such people
Yeah.
at your disposal also.
Yeah, it is.
And I
Because
think that partnership really helps.
It
It
really
does,
matters
yes.
also.
Because I was so rigid of doing things in a specific manner. There were a lot many tasks during the whole process also. Like I wanted a railing which has an elephant on it. So we con iron welding wala
Would do it,
I would
yes.
have never imagined me going there
To
and
places and
getting it.
yes,
I just had an idea in mind. I
Yeah.
never knew how to execute it, but they
Yes.
were always there behind it. कि हाँ हो जाएगा.
Where was your this is it moment?
Mine, this is limit. I think just the series of doing jobs to really understand ki okay, I've done everything to know I don't want this in life. So when I started Advitya, I think the beginning of Advitya as a like brand in Jodhpur and COVID like happened at the same time.
The same.
So we just like were fortunate enough to start with exhibitions.
Yeah.
I think at that point, if we would have had a store, we would were like circumstances would have been difficult for us. Ever since we took those 2 years, did it like order by order, freelancing. I particularly went to client's place, took the order, and did so just to keep it running. So that led to the store when I knew like this is the moment and we can have a like a brick and mortar store. That was the moment because I think that's one thing where I've consistently did it and I love like looking forward to like wake up and go to work every day. So yeah.
Nice.
To do anything which you enjoy doing, I think that's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
And
also,
I think that's the only motivation which keeps us alive.
Yes.
but I also think that prior experience in internship and jobs help you develop patience, which is like a very important
Tackle problems which
Yeah.
you never imagined. will
imagine
come-
or like
it will come in.
really like patience is one like key takeaway.
True.
Yeah,
Patience is important.
patience is very
Patience
important.
is important.
I remember my training period. We used to work like 18 hours straight.
Oh wow. My
We used to lift heavy utensils. It was a tough thing. But now when I am here, I know I can do each and everything. So the dependency
Reduces.
reduces.
Yeah.
And people around us who are working, they know that they are capable. They know things, how it is going to happen. So basically they cannot trick you because you know the ground reality.
Ground reality, yeah. From groundwork, you know.
You know from the scratch.
Yeah.
Where do you think that this is it is a moment?
For me also, I think This Is It is a series of small things that have, after which I've come up here now. So I think last year was a year where there were multiple things happening. Like I was on a little bit of spiritual journey of my own.
Oh, that's nice.
And there were a few personal losses also. My bhua, I lost her in the past year. She became a sadhvi and a lot of things happened around her. And there were multiple times also when I saw my father. So I think my dad is amongst the most healthiest person I've seen. But he falling sick at different intervals made me realize that you don't always have a lot of time to pursue things that you want to do in your life. And there are a very few lucky people who get second chances, but not always you do. And you have got this one life to do anything that you want to do. My bhua wanted to become a sadhvi. She did it. She knew this is the only thing this is the only life she has got for this. And you have to grab that opportunity and not let it pass from your hand. So I think there were multiple things which made me realize that I have to grab it when I have it in front of me, and there is no right time. When you do it is the right time. So just do it when you want to, and don't keep contemplating on everything. Okay, how would I do it? How would this go? How would that go? Just start, and you will figure out eventually. But you have to make a step. You have to take a step for it.
Yeah.
So it was just like a random night when I made that page and I started posting, and then I know I have to do something now of this. I have to take this seriously, and you have to come up with something which I'll be proud of one day.
What's your dream collaboration? Who do you think you would want to collaborate with?
Does it has to be like a fashion brand?
Anything.
Oh, wow.
Anything that you think will be really good for your work, for your career.
I am a huge fan of Romango. I
Okay.
love like everything, right from the founder, his
Yeah.
insights, to what he has done is he has created like a culture where he's revived heritage, where, and it's not like a heritage piece to be kept in the museum. It is something that he's amalgamated the contemporary with like age-old textiles, right? So that one person I can think of or want to like meet or like have a conversation or a collaboration would be Sanjay Garg from Romango.
Sanjay Garg.
Yeah. I hope
Hopefully
it reaches him.
there.
Yeah, I hope
Let's hope it reaches there.
Yeah.
Please contact Poonam.
Yeah.
What is your dream collaboration?
I don't have any certain answer to it, but I would
Want to
I'm a
collab
huge
with
fan-
any big cafe or do some big celeb event or anything of you? What do you think?
We should want to be Michelin star recommended.
I'm just waiting for the guide to come in India.
Okay.
Not really. Like, I want to work with a lot of them, but
Yeah.
there's no one person I would like to name
Pick
specifically.
up. Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Saloni Kukreja. I so resonate with her personality. I'm a huge fan of Mostly Sane. I so resonate
Mostly
with
Sane.
her
With her.
personality. So I like to work with people where the energies match, the style of genre, the work matches, and do something which is like create an experience with something which is offbeat. So we recently did a table which was like a moon inspired dessert table.
Okay.
So that was something which I wanted to do. So anything which is so challenging to me, any of the person I would like to collaborate. But something which challenges me and keeps me more motivated and
On your toes.
forces me to study and research more. I would like to
You want
collaborate
picky
with.
clients?
Yeah.
She's saying yes.
Why not? Why not? But I think that
challenge you, they
yeah,
challenge you.
they make you learn what
Yeah.
you would never learn in the easy path for sure.
Picky clients make
They
bring
poke
out
you
the creativity
to
from
the
you.
to the core.
Yeah, they do. What is your dream collaboration? Who do you think you want to style for? You want your page to be seen by some celeb or some designer, somebody big?
So I think my page would only grow through collaborations.
Yeah,
That is
of
the only
course.
way forward. So I think it is not one or
Yeah.
two names, but there are so many. I think any Indian Indian brands who are doing good in their domain, I look forward to working with them, who have like a story of their own,
Yeah.
who have a journey, something they have built which is so unique and yet which is very simple also,
Yeah.
and more like size inclusive and catering to as many people as possible. So that is any brand which has a similar storyline, I want to work with them. And I think there are so many creators also that I resonate with, like Arushi Mehra, Nishtita Babu.
Oh yeah.
I think there are so many creators who are doing
They're doing
wonderful
so
work
well.
now. So
Yeah.
and I myself have bought so many clothes from seeing them
Yeah.
wearing it, and so now it would be like achievement if somebody would come up to me one day and tell them, oh, I saw
Yeah.
you wearing this and now this
I
is
would
from
like
where
to,
I
yeah.
bought this. So that would be one achievement for me.
What do you think that how work has changed you and your life and how you used to be before you used to work? Whatever you guys are working in different fields.
I was an extremely lazy kid.
You were a lazy kid.
And I was not very fond of dressing up. I used to be in my PGs all day long.
Oh, wow.
But the work thing has taught me to dress up and get
Dress
out of
up.
home.
Wow.
It has taught me punctuality. It has taught me to be active, to be creative all the time, to think.
Yeah.
Like it has taught me to take inspiration from little things around. me.
Around, yeah.
I think for me, it has taught me that if any time it is going to change, be it good, be it bad, be it worse, and one setback does not define your whole life, because there is going to be a sunrise every other day, and you have to just step out and do your thing. You can't wait for that moment to come to you. You have to take that opportunity, you have to grab it. And I think I've learned so much confidence with over time when you are talking to people flying from abroad. You're talking to them, you're continuously around them, so there are so many things you learn. And I think about their lifestyle also. We as Indians, we are so much into our comfort zones.
Yes, correct.
And they, on the other hand, they do everything by their own. They are so healthy.
Yeah.
They manage
and
different
everything.
tasks all by themselves. And even then, they are traveling all the time.
Yeah.
But they're never tired.
They're not
So
tired.
just, you have it in you, you have that energy, but we don't make the best utilization of it.
I think we are spoiled kids with a lot of help around us.
Yes, yeah. And when that help comes, we become lazy so
We do.
much that we don't want to do it anymore.
Dependent on our
Dependent,
helps.
yes.
Yeah.
For me, I think work, first place is like discipline.
Yeah.
So it teaches you discipline. Like I mentioned before, you are a lot more calmer,
Yeah.
a lot more patient with things. And I think you are like very assured of yourself, the person you're becoming. You change, like your personality changes. I think for me, like the person, I was very outgoing and
Yeah.
extrovert in my 20s. And I think thanks to things that I got to live in a metro in my 20s, but I'm very happy living in Jodhpur in my 30s because it's laid back, it's
Slow,
comfortable, and it's at the right,
Yeah.
Stage of
amount.
your
Like right place that I am here. I also, so I think that, so you have an opinion
Yeah.
and you can like talk about it and everything. You just understand, you watch the world with a lot more empathy. So that I think work is taught me because you work with like two really different segments. One is your karigars
Yeah.
and one is your clientele. So where and how much, like you're the gap that is
Yeah.
bridging it, right? So yeah, that has been something that I have learned when I stepped into work.
You feel proud about it?
Yeah, I am very proud
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you should be.
What is your proud moment? Was your proud moment in the past?
Wow. What do you mean, like proud moment? Like
Anyhow, like you were able to, do good for yourself. You were able to, pay your karigars or build a bigger team.
bigger team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Whatever the small little steps.
Yeah. So like, I think everything for us was like at a slow pace from the beginning. We have never been like going all out. So I think for us, what really worked well is when we started the store, we had a client and then she got another and another. So it's word of mouth.
That's a
And I
moment.
think that works the best.
Yeah.
And we never like invested any kind of money in marketing. No meta ads, no running ads, no having anyone on board to do that. That I feel good about.
But sorry to stop.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to grow aggressively, so would this sustain? Like, I think this is more sustainable, but if somebody who wants to be more aggressive
yeah.
at
So it is very
growing.
Yeah, so it is
How-
very. Sorry, I
No,
didn't get your
please,
question.
no. So how without these ads does the growth comes?
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Basically, we have also never invested in any of the meta. We have never called influencers also. But that sort of marketing is the best marketing because now it's the time for micro marketing.
Micro,
Basically, ads will make you cater to people who are not your audience also.
Yeah.
But what this will help you is this will cater
More
like,
genuine.
Yeah, this will market it to people who actually want your product.
So I think it's very like niche based. I think people who want to work in volumes must go for aggressive
Yeah.
marketing, and there's nothing like wrong
Wrong
about it.
thing.
But if you feel like you're doing good work and like you are catering to a particular niche, they'll come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like, you know,
It happens.
Pros
it
and
happens.
cons.
So I think for us, like year by year, we expanded as a team. So started with me, then we were 2, and right now we're like 6 people in the store.
Oh, wow.
And then like we're also outsourcing a lot of embroidery work around the like, you know, at different places. So we have handwork happening in Farrukhabad, we have like handwork happening in Udaipur, here in Jodhpur.
Nice.
So you know, directly and indirectly,
It's good.
that is something that makes me very happy,
Yeah.
or like we are proud of.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
You should be. What was the proud moment for you?
Again, team building. We were 2 people and now we are 40. And basically, I am that person who is strict with the people who are working with me. I'm again a very soft person also. So I am very proud of managing both the ends and controlling the environment accordingly. And one moment, so it was just a small, like it was a award thing. We were awarded by Jodhpur Foodie.
Okay.
But I was not in Jodhpur, I was in Dharamkot doing my thing, doing my pottery. And then at the same time, my parents collecting that award. It was so meaningful for me that
Yeah.
I'm still having my good time and having all the things going in place.
That's so nice.
Also, like recently, it was an anniversary of Girl.
Yeah.
We catered to the people who were blind, who were like the set of kids. We made small Ghar ka
Ghar.
drawing. They
Oh,
That's so
painted.
nice.
So doing such things make me proud that we are doing it for our people.
You're
That's a
giving
proud
it back.
moment.
Yeah, giving it back.
Giving it back to the society is something so important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and teaching young kids to do that is very important. Yeah, it comes with time, I
Yeah.
think.
And I think people who appreciate what you are really doing also makes you feel very proud.
Of course, of course. What is your proud moment?
My proud moment. So there was this one time when I was reaching out to so many markets, so many customers, and just cold emailing them and reaching out to them, looking what is relevant for them. And when there was one big customer from the US who reached out to us because they had this requirement, and I think their products and our products, we resonated well. And then now they have flew to India, they have visited, they have given orders to us. So I think to see that from the start and me being a part of it
Okay.
was a thing that
Yeah.
I was like, yes, finally somebody at least has turned up now. And now there are multiple of them, but that first customer who actually had come up, and since I had reached out to them, so it felt good that yes, this is a start.
Nice.
So, yeah.
You had a customer.
I know that feeling.
What age was this?
I think probably 3-4 years back.
Okay.
So
Nice.
mid of 20s probably.
Mid of 20s. Nice, nice. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. What is the marriage plan happening with you guys?
Oh my god.
How is your family treating you guys? Not treating, but putting up putting up a questionnaire every time you guys want to do something big, and putting up, when are you getting married? What are your plans for marriage?
I think Jodhpur is a bit cruel on that
Cruel
end.
on that.
Harsh.
Big stage means very harsh.
Why is that so?
Because they prioritize marriage so
Yeah,
much.
so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Because you guys are doing
And
so well in your
I would
field.
like, my parents are not like that, who would force me, but the
Yeah.
society forces
Yes.
them, and
Yeah.
eventually that
Comes up.
pass ons. So not to blame anybody,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think people are not okay with
Single women after a point.
working
And working so well for
Working,
herself.
yeah.
I think we
Yeah, I
can
think the
achieve-
scalability is a very big issue. Very
Yeah,
big
the
issue.
scalability, probably I would have started working on opening one more ghar, or like do good different businesses. I think I am capable to do that, but that is a certain thing which is stopping me.
Yeah.
Not me, matlab, not because of my choice, but because of the
The
society,
pressure,
the family. Not to blame anybody, but yeah.
But it happens. It's a very usual concept.
Yeah,
maybe.
people here appreciate women who are working, but they still don't want those women to be part of their.
I think with time.
No, I think people have changed also.
They have
But still
changed,
they have
they
not
have
got
changed.
there.
Yeah.
They're still not there
it's
yet.
a long way.
It's a long
It's a long way. I would not say that it will be coming in 6 months or a year.
No.
It will take time also. But yeah.
How big the pressure is for you?
Not really,
Not
to be
really.
honest. I think I've gotten to a point where, like, if I have to talk about my family, they have been supportive. Of course, they would want,
Yeah.
me, or like it is like an ideal parent's goal, right? But I think as a person, also the perception for me has changed. Like we said, that we're all come a long way becoming the people who we are. So now that I see, so I just have to see what the other person brings on the table. Do we have like the same value system? Because I think rest all we're just capable, and we've always been. Now we have better opportunities.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only takeaway. But I have nothing much to say on this.
How big the pressure is for you?
Yeah, I think
You're relatively young.
No, I am 29.
Okay.
So not in the younger side.
Okay.
But yeah, the pressure is real.
Pressure
For
is
me, I think that all the posts that come कि घर की खानदान की वो लड़की बन चुकी हो जिसकी शादी का इंतजार सब लोग कर रहे हैं. I am that person now. But I am not somebody who is waiting for my marriage. I have become so comfortable now that I don't think so. Marriage is something that shapes you entirely, or this is the main thing of your life. There are so many other aspects which are equally important, not equally, but they are also so important. So I think I want to focus on that. And thankfully my family have never stopped me in doing what I want to career wise. They have supported in that way, and for them this is not something this or that, like this will happen or that will happen. Things can go alongside, and this is also part of your life which will eventually happen whenever it's supposed to happen. So I've made I think they've also made their peace with it, and I am happy with how things are going now at the moment. So it will happen when it's supposed to happen, but I'm happy with myself, and things are going well.
But I do get that question a lot, that what will happen to Advitya
Even I get that.
get married or like in a different place, and I'm like, how is it even like relatable? Why can't they coexist? Like, how is that even a question? So a lot of people, like, would ask this question, and I think
What would you? What would happen?
I think it is more challenging industry wise also.
Yeah, different industry.
Yeah.
And for me, I think more than the outsiders, I had those questions in my head also. So I used to question myself, like, what is the sustainability of what I'm doing right now with my business or with any other thing. So because of that also, somehow I was not able to put in as much as I could or as much as I should. So because there was that constant thing in my going in my head. But then after one point, I felt like I have to let go of this thing which is stopping me and just put in as much as I can. And then eventually we'll see how things go.
It happens.
happens. Yeah, it's like a part of your life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Has to
It is a
happen
very important
anytime.
part of your life. It shapes so many things.
Yeah, it does.
But then it can align with your path.
Things
with your
also.
path.
Yeah, I mean, like your whole life shouldn't revolve
Around
around
it.
That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely.
What about you?
What about me? Oh God.
How do you feel this new journey?
This
Yeah.
new journey.
And
it's still
since
very
this
new.
is your first, how do you
Yeah.
feel about it?
This is the first podcast that I'm doing. Where it began. It began last year. Began at the end of the last year, where I thought, let's do something. Let's come on the camera, because I've always been a camera shy.
Oh.
In my reels also, I never show my face. I just post my work and all of that. So I thought, let's just do something in 2026 and something challenging. Let's see how it happens. Let's see where it begin goes.
It will go very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all
Very
this, guys.
Yeah.
We trust
It's
your
gonna
faith.
fly.
With all you girls in my first episode.
Yes.
It's gonna be so good.
So many more to come.
Yeah.
So many more to come.
So you also take that pressure, like marriage or something like in that regard.
I used to, but since last year, I'm not taking that much pressure. I'm like,
And you
it
might
will
feel
happen
so
whenever it has
supposed
to
to
happen.
happen.
Yeah.
With pressure, without pressure.
Yes.
Nowhere to go, So yeah.
I think you
just
feel
let it
so
be.
light.
Yeah. Matlab, I have never
Yeah.
taken this as a
Pressure,
pressure.
yeah.
Never, ever.
What is that one piece of advice you would want to give a young 21, 22-year-old who wants to pursue something that you guys are doing?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Oh, I like it.
And take that risk. Don't restrict yourself.
Yeah.
You should do it and you must do it.
Yeah.
Don't stop yourself.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I think also, like, more than advice, I think we as people should also give them the opportunity
Yeah.
when they come to you and you see, like, potential. And I think we're in a space where we can, like, accept if they've just been experimental with it and all of that. So that is also important.
You would like to intern a young 21-year-old?
I did have a set of students from NIFT who
Yeah.
approached us for a photo shoot. So
Oh,
when I
that's
met
nice.
them, they had like this really wild ideas and didn't match. But I still went ahead and did. So I said, just, you take my outfits, go for a shoot. I cannot be there.
You were their dream collaboration.
So I said, just do it. Like, you go take, you have your
Yeah.
ideas, you just show me the mood board,
Yeah.
whatever. And I knew, like, with a college student, it's going to be so experimental, while because they're like full of ideas.
Mhm.
It turned out to be, well, we
Well,
did
nice.
put it up, we paid them a stipend, and, so it worked. So I think that is important to also then, just give them a chance. Like someone you really see potential in. Also, let me just add that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I also had this experience where very recently only. So I think approachability, you should be approachable, and which is so important.
Yeah.
So there's this content creator, Urmi Daga.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
She's
very
very
recently I pinged her through Instagram, and I don't know her otherwise. And she responded that
She's very approachable.
she's
Yeah.
very approachable, and I think which is a very good
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
because
Yeah.
there was something very small, something very petty, which she could have literally avoided, because
Yeah.
this was of not a collaboration,
Yeah.
not something which was paying her off or something useful to her. Yet she responded out of, I think, almost her hundreds of DMs. And that was really sweet of her. And I think it is so important to be approachable.
Yeah.
And my friend had also approached her, and now I could also see that she is like that only. So it's so good to
can
have some people
collaborate.
like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whom you can
She's-
reach out.
That's important.
And I think she's doing
Yeah, she's a
really-
gem.
Yeah.
I should follow her.
You should.
Where do you think people should find you? What is your safe place that people find you?
Good.
Cafe or home?
That's a confusion.
I think your home in your pajamas.
Safe
Yeah.
space.
Safe space.
With a book. Yeah.
With a book. You also?
Me at home.
Not flying anywhere, not in some
No, that is-
holiday in Goa or
That's the
anywhere.
thing. I don't want people to find me.
Okay. Nice. I
No,
think
that should keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I have to return back home.
You have to return back home.
Safe
Yeah,
space.
Safe space. You don't want anybody to find you.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we want, we will be out there.
Yes. And I think it was lovely talking to
Yeah.
all of you.
Yeah, from a very
Same
different
here.
field.
Yeah.
Yes,
all
even after
different
knowing each other,
challenges,
so
but still
knowing
same.
in a depth
Yeah.
was a good thing.
It was a good thing.
And also relatable.
Yeah.
Oh, you're also like this. We're all same.
Somewhere we are all in the same mindset. Then we are living in a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Does it ever came to you guys that you need to shift the town? Like, if ever you would be in a different city, there would be more opportunities.
I think for me it does. And yeah, I mean, like, I think I'm also very like acceptable of change.
Okay.
So I don't like, mind if I see like potential. I don't mind moving to a better place. Yeah.
That's nice. At one point, I thought I would be moving to Mumbai, but I think fate had some other plans
And
to
this
keep
is here.
me stuck in Jodhpur.
And I
I'm liking
never
it here.
had the wildest dream of moving in here. So if it happens.
See how fate happens.
Yeah.
You thought of going anywhere or
So I think for me, initially, when after my MBA, when I came back, few initial months or a year or so, it was very difficult.
yeah.
And this was the last place that I wanted to be. And there were other things that my friends were pursuing. They were taking up jobs, and this is not what I was what I was planning to do. But then now I appreciate this city so much. I love this city so much. And I have my circle. I have my people here. So I am liking it here. Not that I would have a problem moving out,
Yeah.
but the problem that I initially had, the things that felt me stuck here, it's not there anymore.
It's not.
And so yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. That's so nice. Jodhpur gives you peace.
Yeah.
Gets you to
Yes.
peace. Anytime I'm traveling anywhere for 3-4 days, I want to go
Jodhpur.
back home. I want to go back home to my PJs. My comfortable PJs and be home.
I think Jodhpur is very convenient in each and every
Everything.
Aspect, yes.
It's so convenient. People are so helpful. It's very convenient.
And initially I thought it is very laid back. But now there are so many people, smarter people coming up, staying
Yeah,
here and
yeah.
not just moving out.
Yeah.
So I think growth is also happening nowadays,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
I think that slow is the beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow is the good.
Yeah, I think it's like the right place at the right age for me at least. So, it's not too fast, not too slow. So it's just right.
You don't think you're rushing into anything or you're getting slow in anything?
No, I think like I said, I was fortunate enough to live my 20s in a metro, and then when I moved, to Jodhpur, I think that was the right.
Decision for you.
I mean, like the space for me.
I think
in
stars
terms- yeah,
align.
yeah, stars align. So then, yeah, that's okay. I don't have that sort of affinity towards Jodhpur because I wasn't raised here. Yeah, it's just done good to me.
It's just
so,
done.
God's
yeah.
plan above ours.
Everything good for you.
Yeah. Pisua.
Pessoa. Great. Thank you, all you girls.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
having us.
Talking to you.
I'm most happy here. Thank you so much for coming under one roof and making this happen in one call. I feel so grateful.
So cool.
Yeah. Thank you, Tanisha, for having us over. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.